Hello everyone, my name is Dumbways to Kai. Are you a fan of well-developed and challenging survival games? Well, this is not the game for you. Today we're taking a look at a game that released earlier this year on Steam called Karagon. Although in brackets it says Survival Robot Riding FPS, close brackets. It was published by a developer known as, and I hope I pronounced this right, TBJ BU2. For the mild and oddly specific price of £16.75 on Steam, I decided to download the demo, as the mixed reviews made me question if I should part ways with my hard-earned pennies. Little did past Kai know he was in for a treat. The game kinda drops you into this extremely oversaturated forest jungle setting and lets you crack on with no real tutorial or direction, other than what the hell this is in the corner. At its core, it's a typical open-world survival game, with the day and night cycle mechanic, punch the trees, collect the rocks, kill the animals.
God, life's relentless.
Even at full release, this game feels like it's in the early alpha stage, and in no way should be charging anyone money to play it. The game is worth 4.5 meal deals, and I know what I'd rather be spending my money on. Speaking of, drop a comment of what your go-to meal deal would be. But what gaming creator would I be if I didn't tell you the genuine pros and cons? Starting with the pros. I was impressed at how well it ran. Being a survival game that only released a few months ago, I was delightfully surprised at how well it performed. I had no frame rate drops whilst recording this video. The premise of the game is kinda cool, shooting at robo dinosaurs with guns made of wood to get their parts, and then scan them for blueprints to make more robot dinosaurs. You know what actually? I can't think of any other game that's centered around hunting robot dinosaurs. As for the building, that's okay, it's definitely not the worst I've seen, but I've 100% played better. Now for the cons. The graphics are okay, I guess if you enjoy the feeling of being on an acid trip, or editing a photo for early 2010s Tumblr aesthetics. And even the soundtrack is just some sort of Skyrim rip-off. It just doesn't fit the theme of the game. I mean, while we're at it, someone played Coconut Mall over Bloodborne. There is absolutely no direction in this game. It just throws you in and expects you to crack on. Barely a tutorial and that's it. It just expects you to... well, I'm not really sure what it expects you to do. I have ADHD for God's sake, someone please give me a task. The combat is some of the worst I've played. There's no creativity in it at all. The robosaurs just kind of bash into you while shooting green orbs at your face, and sometimes just disappear off the map completely. With no healing option, they pretty much one-shot you instantly. There's no music change or any indication you're in combat, and the sound design is so bad, you won't even hear them coming no matter how big it is. I couldn't really find any options for armor, so there's no way to really prepare yourself for a fight with more than one of the smaller bots. Not to mention you have to shoot these dinosaurs with a gun you've made out of wood, shooting crystals you found on the ground. Like, who thought this was a good idea? Don't worry about using the laser guns off the robots or anything, just whittle your own weapon. To progress at the beginning, you have to level up your knowledge, which you can only do by scanning the robosaurs, which sounds easy enough, right? Except, to scan one of them, you have to shoot off all the vulnerable parts and you have to get super close to them. But the second you get anywhere near these things, they aggro you straight away and turn you into a corpse. I died like 80% of the time when I tried to do this. It's such a pointless mechanic, there is literally no need for it, and you cannot scan them any other way, so you're always going to get hurt. There is a few derelict buildings and cars scattered about, hinting that this was set in a post-apocalyptic world, but they're so poorly designed and just don't feel like they fit. They feel empty and just there. The setting is neither made better or worse for them being there. So I've nattered on long enough about the cons, and I don't want to sound like I'm just complaining, but the honest truth is that there's really nothing redeeming about this game. And it wouldn't surprise me if it came out that this game was created by an AI. The whole game feels like it's in the alpha stage of development. There should absolutely be a warning on the description, letting people know this is not finished at all. But Kai, you've only played the demo. Astute observation, dear viewer. However, I have watched a fair few videos of people playing the full release, and it is no different to the demo. They have improved absolutely nothing. I really hope devs listen to the feedback and look at lowering the price while the game is in its current state, as it does not seem worth £17, when there are other survival games that are better and more worth your money and time. I hope to see news of further updates and development on Karagon in the future, but in the meantime I'm going to be focusing my time on better titles. Anyway guys, that's all I've got the time for this video. But thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye for now.